the Latte Art Workshop. All right, guys. And this is, of course, been organized by Coffee PHL. And one thing about Coffee PHL is that I think it's a wonderful thing that these organizers did, that during the pandemic they were able to put together. They created a digital platform where people can engage and get coffees, because we have to bring the cafe experience to your home. And of course, if you have visited their site, they have more than 50 coffee brands to choose from. And it's they're very, very fast and very, very efficient. So I think one of the reasons, or one of the good things about this Latte Art Workshop is that it's the movement to help bring the cafe experience to your home, where you become your own barista and make great drinks for your family and also for your friends. And so that's where we're here. We're here with Anthony. So Anthony will be he's the B Coffee he's the in-house barista of B Coffee Company, and he will be showing us his skills in making latte art that you can start. That, remember, the things that we'll be teaching you are these are the basic designs that you can learn. And of course, when in latte art, it's a technical skill. There are actually international competitions of latte art. You have a world latte art champion, and you have national champions. So it's a technical skill, and hopefully, this starter set, or this starter workshop that we have for you guys, will help you guys on that journey to be latte artists starting from home. All right. So say hi, Anthony. Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you for joining.
Hi.
Yeah. So Anthony is an experienced barista, and he'll be handling a lot of the designs today. He's worked in several coffee establishments. If you're familiar with Caravan Black, and Caravan Black, they're a third wave coffee shop where they have magnificent latte art. So I'm sure maybe if you've seen Anthony, maybe you've seen him create his wonderful art. All right. So to begin, let's first go through your checklist, guys. Okay, let's go through your checklist, or our ingredients. Okay, so Anthony, maybe what you can do is let's show everyone what the ingredients should be. So we have it on the slide, and you can also check out Anthony. So first of all, everyone has a B Coffee Company Sedosa Latte 10-pack capsule. It's a box over there. And this is really amazing because the flavors of this coffee is very what we call comfort flavors. Okay, they're comfort flavors, meaning that they are not they're not on the exotic type, and they are perfect to go with your milk beverages. So you have, basically coffee does have chocolate, but this one is caramel and cereal. So this is very nice. That will go well with milk. So they're affordable, and they are Nespresso compatible. Perfect for you to make it at home. All right. Now you also have something special there. Okay. This is what you call the B Coffee Company Discovery Kit. All right. Now this Discovery Kit will offer. This gives you, you get to see the different choices, because what's great about learning about coffee and milk beverages is that there are not all coffees will go well with milk. Some will actually go well more with chocolate to become a mocha. And some are also good when they're just plain black. So this is a discovery kit, meaning it will help you understand what coffees do taste better with milk, taste great with chocolate, and those that are taken black. So as you try to progress in discovering more coffees, these are excellent discovery or even learning maybe learning tools for you that you have right there. And of course, you have two milk alternatives that we will be using for today. We have the Bonsoy milk, the ever popular Bonsoy milk. All right. Now, this is of course to cater to those who are lactose intolerant or have any milk allergies. And what's really great about Bonsoy is that this milk is not the kind of milk that you can get at your convenience stores, okay? Because I've tried it when soy milk was a hit. We did not have Bonsoy at that time. We tried getting any kind of soy milk, and when you steam it, it just tastes terrible. So what's good about Bonsoy is that it's barista friendly, meaning that it will not change. Because if you use any other kind of soy milk if you try steaming it or heating up, there's some kind of chemical reaction. It just doesn't taste great. But this one will retain its flavor, and it's great for the health. It's cholesterol free, low in saturated fat to dairy milk, perfect for people who have nut allergies. All right, so really, really good alternative. And of course, we have another one that we will be using for Bonsoy. This is the Bonsoy almond milk. All right, lactose free, low in calories, low cholesterol, and no refined sugar. So these are really, really great things. What I do like about these milks is that you don't have to be allergic to dairy milk to try them, but they are very, very tasty. So from time to time, maybe it's not changing your coffee. Maybe try a milk alternative, and you might even be surprised with what you will be getting. And of course, you have your equipment, right? Of course, what is a barista without his pitcher? So all of you have a small 150 ml pitcher that you'll be using, and you will have what you call a latte art pen or an etcher, what some people will say. All right. So it's funny because you will know that some people that you have your hardcore baristas that are walking around because you see them when they're walking around, they're actually holding a steaming pitcher in their hand or nakasabit dun sa mga knapsacks nila. So it's really bad. So the pitcher is part of the latte artist's arsenal when he goes to create milk. So very good. Thank you, Anthony. All right. So thank you very much for my promo boy over there. But he's the superstar. All right. Anyway, so okay. So Anthony, so tell us a little about yourself before we begin with the first design.
Hi, I'm Anthony. So yes, so I have been a barista for a couple of years now, and I have been working with B Coffee as one of their or as their in-house barista. So yeah, so I guess we can start with the first design. Um,
Great.
we did we designed this workshop, this Latte Art Workshop. So we're going to start with etching first and apply the different techniques that you can apply with using etching, and then eventually later, if we have time, or we'll try to have time for a brief discussion by making latte art using
That's really great. So etching, guys, what you have to know is that etching is simply using the foam or the crema of the coffee to act like ink while you're trying to draw something on canvas. But what's also important to know is that when you are etching, you are not drawing or you're not like drawing on paper. You also have to be careful because every time you move the etching pen, you are dragging milk or you're dragging some of the crema around. So you also have to be extra careful with that. Okay, so before we begin, we'd like to thank, of course, B Coffee. And this is really, what you're going to have, what you're set is really amazing because it is a great starter pack. It's great to have for beginners who want to start learning latte art. And also, it's not also about latte art. Remember, it's also about the taste because you can make the best looking latte art, but if your coffee tastes really bad, then it probably will just be Instagrammable, and then they won't come back to try your coffee. But this coffee is really, really amazing. Goes perfect with milk. All right, so let's start. Tell us about what we need to do first, Anthony.
We are going to be using to froth or to texturize the milk. We are going to use like a milk frother. This usually comes free whenever you buy a freshman machine. Comes free whenever you buy one of our capsules. So
Is that
right.
also what I do? Why?
Our mic is on.
Yeah. So when we so the goal of frothing is to try to incorporate air into the milk.
So do they need to warm the milk first, Anthony?
Oh, sorry.
Do they need to heat the milk up first?
Ideally, you froth it cold because
Okay.
the milk alternatives behave differently than milk. So
All right.
it would be better if you froth it first cold because the proteins are more stable when it's colder.
Great, good, good, good. So that's a very good hint for you guys that there are some, you'll find some resources on how to froth milk, right? And of course, in the commercial setup, it's cold milk that's heated up and foamed. But what you're going to do as you're going to try it at home is that you'll froth the milk first because you want the cold temperature to still be on your side to be able to aerate the milk properly, right? So that's what Anthony is doing right now.
So ideally, with your froth one, it depends on like the type of pitcher that you're using. For me, it's case to case basis. So find the sweet spot in your jug where you're able to swirl the milk around, but you are still like kanina, hindi siya dapat matatapon, and you at least have control with how much air that you're incorporating.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one tip that I could also give is so that you would have control of the amount of foam that goes into your milk. When you stop, make sure that your milk has completely stopped swirling before you lift it up. Because if it's still spinning around and you lift it, you're going to incorporate air in the milk.
Nice. So when Anthony mentioned the term sweet spot, is that it's the point that where you put the frother and you can see it incorporate the air, it's spinning, and the whole milk in the jug is actually spinning in a particular direction. And there has to be, remember, you simply do not just dip the wand all the way into the center because that means it's just going to mix the milk, not put any air into it. All right. So Anthony, what you doing?
So right now, I am uh, going to be showing you how to make like one of the more simpler part. So this is like uh, chasing carts. So you're going to dollop with a tablespoon. You're going to get some of the foam left in your pitcher, and you're going to dollop it on top of your coffee.
There it is. So this is what you call the chasing hearts.
Yeah.
All right. So back in the day, this is when the guy baristas would try to impress their guests. Right. So you get there. So what Anthony's doing, he's got after you pour the milk into your cup, there.
So medyo naliwanag lang. So hindi masyadong kita. But the idea is after you dollop the foam, using your pen, you're going to drag a line with that circle, and it's going to create that illusion of chasing hearts. All right.
Yes. Okay. So I think So the chasing hearts, guys, is there you go. All right. So the chasing heart, like you can see there, is that you simply, if you can, okay, if you can put, depending also on the size of your cup, you can put several dollops of foam over the crema. So you have these white dots over the brown canvas. And you simply get the tip of your etching tool and you start at one circle and then you run it through on one direction, and then you're going to end up with the point of the bottom part of the heart, and it continues. So you can create, the idea is to create a ring, okay, of like hearts chasing one another. That's why it's called the chasing hearts design. All right. So have you guys been doing it? Can we see? Has anyone done it on with our audience? Yeah. Has someone done it? I think Jenny has done. Have you done it? Okay, if you've done, oh, you're going to try it now. Come on, let's while Anthony is preparing, let's see you guys do it. And remember, you guys, if you do have any questions, you can put it on the chat box, and we'll answer it as quick as we can. But later on, we're going to have an open Q&A for any questions that you might have. All right. So for those, let's see. Oh, Diana, is that yours? Can we see it?
Mine is not nice.
It's okay. Can we see? It's fine. It's fine.
Okay lang yun. I'm going to make one again.
Wow, it's good. It's fine. But were you able to get a heart on it?
No, but
It's
I'll
all
try
white.
again. I'll try again.
Is it all white? Is it all foam on the top?
Yeah, it became like a big circle.
Okay. So what you could do next time is that so guys, one of the things that you can do next time is when you froth your milk, what you do is for this design, you have to pour more of the milk first than the foam. So what you can do is when you froth the milk, you have a spoon. You can stop the foam from coming out, and you just pour the liquid into the cup. And then when you do that, you're going to have the foam that's left inside, right? So when you pour the milk, it's going to be brown, and you simply just take out the foam, and then you start making dots. So for that particular design, you can try that. You can use a spoon to hold the design, hold the foam in, so you have the foam to use later. Good effort, Diana. Thank you so much for sharing.
Also, for the flower design, so basically taking the same motion of dragging in the art, we're going to create shapes. So I developed a big circle earlier, and then I'm going to drag lines towards the middle and then lift it. And I would also wipe it with a clean kitchen towel before I dip it in my coffee again. So it would create sort of like a heart illusion, like the petals would form there.
Looking good. I see Rowena. How's it going, Rowena?
I'm trying my best to do it, but I think I need to more practice for it.
Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, it'll take practice. So for this design, so this is what do you call this design, Anthony? It's just called the flower.
Yeah, this is just a flower.
Okay, so again, if remember the thing that you have to know about how milk performs with the coffee is that if you pour the whole pitcher into your coffee, the last part that comes out of the pitcher is the foam. So if you want to get that brown canvas, okay, that we say, or you just want to have coffee without the foam, is that you have to hold the foam back. And then you can use a spoon to top the coffee later on with the foam. So you need the important thing with latte art, like what Anthony is doing, is that he's creating a canvas, and the canvas usually is the brown coffee or the crema that you have, and then you can put the foam later on, and that's what you can start moving around. Okay, so basically the design that he made is the flower. It's simply you get your etching tool moving from the outside going towards the center. And Anthony, can you also do center going out for the flower?
Yes, you can also do it in reverse.
Mm-hmm. So let's watch Anthony.
So basically from the middle, you're also going to drag the white spot, the white foam towards the brown foam,
mm-hmm.
the darker foam of your coffee.
Yes. So when you drag it going inside, you're going to have the foam goes this way. Then from the middle going out, it's going to create a spike.
Yes.
Wow, Bianca, can we see that? Hey, that looks pretty good.
Hey,
is that
thank
all?
you.
Nice.
Yeah. Is that all from? Is that outside going in, or that's all outside going in, right?
Outside going in.
Yeah, then the next time you can, next time you do the design, you can do it alternate. So you go outside going in, then in going out, outside going in. So you're going to have a different design. So very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much, Bianca. Thank you. I think Diana took another picture. She took a picture of her. Do you have another design, Diana? No. Guys, one of the things that's wonderful about latte art, okay, so, while we're preparing for the next design, is that um, the latte art for a lot of baristas is considered to be a must-have. It's a skill, aside from making the coffee taste great, no? And one of the things that's important about latte art are they look for in making a design is what you call contrast. And contrast means that the there is a clear definition of the milk and the coffee. So it's not cloudy. You can really see the definition of the coffee and the foam that's separated. And that's very important when it comes to design. And you can only get that when you've textured or foamed your coffee perfectly. So it's one of the things that they need to do. So what are we doing now, Anthony?
Uh, right now, I'm going to be making the next part, which is, well, for the first part, I wanted to show the technique lang of sort of creating lines by reshaping it, by dragging it with the
Okay.
canvas of your coffee. So right
Mhm.
now, I'm going to be making like more of like a 3D heart shape
Mhm.
by reshaping the foam that we're going to
Okay.
pour in the coffee.
All right. So this is the etching. This is what you call the etching heart, correct?
Yes.
Nice. So if you guys see on the screen, right? So um okay, so before Anthony will pour the milk, this is just this is how you sort of break down the design. All right? So what you can see here in the design is that you have a layer of coffee, right? You have a layer of foam, and then you have a layer of another foam, which is the heart. So basically, what's going to happen here is that you're going to hold, remember, when you pour the milk, the frothed milk into your cup, you hold the foam back, okay? And when you pour the milk, you're still going to have some foam that's going to be coming out. So you're going to have that layer of coffee, and you're going to have that layer of that brown foam. And then the white foam that's going to be hard is what you're going to scoop out. So you're going to scoop out that like a dollop of foam, which Anthony will show you, and put it on the center. So it's a really nice, this is a really good picture because you get to see the layers of how you're going to do it. So remember, hold the milk back, the foam back, and pour it in to the cup, mix them coffee. You're going to get a canvas, and the remaining foam, you're going to use it for your heart. You're going to dollop on top of the heart. So for example, Diana, so the first time, remember your coffee, when you poured, all the foam came out, you have it's white. So you're going to hold it back this time. Okay, so great. All right, so see, now look at what Anthony is doing. He poured the coffee, and he held back the milk. Then he's getting a dollop, the dollop of foam. Yeah, there. And then now he's getting the dollop of foam, putting it in the center.
Well, for the heart, I'm going to sort of like make a V shape. So there, and then I could just push this out upwards. So it would go sort of like that.
There you go. So instead of the etching tool, Anthony, you're using the spoon.
Yes, you can also use a spoon. Basically, the goal is to sort of like reshape it. So if you're not happy with like your shape,
Mm-hmm.
since like the foam for this art is a little bit more thick, you could use it to sort of like reshape it and drag it around
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
your canvas.
Mm-hmm. Great, great. Look at that. So you see, guys, that's why the etching tool has two ends. You have the pointy edge, which is more of the fine tuning, I guess,
Yes.
of drawing. And then the back part actually acts also as a small spoon. if you want to get small dollops of foam, and you can move it around, and also to help spread it around. All right. So, one of the things about latte art, guys, is that the tool helps you make intricate designs, and at the same time will also be as assisting to spread out the design. So this one, so for that's a wonderful art. Do you guys have any pictures? Can we see your pictures, guys? Anyone? Show it on video. Don't have to be shy. How about Rowena? How did you do here, Rowena? Hey, look at that, Miu. Hey, Anthony, so we have one here. We have Miu. Very nice looking heart. Maybe what you can do, Miu, is you can use the art pen to sort of spread out the heart because it's a little bit rough. Just to spread it. Yeah, there you go. You can just spread it around. And what you can do, this is something that you can do also, Miu. You use, this time you'll work backwards. You use some of the, you can use the tip of the pen, use the tip of the pen, and you get the coffee. You use the coffee as an ink, and you trace, and then you draw, yeah. And then you can draw around the heart. Yes. So you can dip. So one thing about latte art, guys, when you're using the etching tool is that you will not have permanent ink, okay? So when you dip it in the coffee, you can move it a certain amount and then mawawala na siya. So you have to re-dip it again, and then you have to continue that line. So it doesn't just, it won't be permanent. But very, very good. How about you, Joel? I think do you have something for us? How about for Joel? Did you show? Well, okay, that's looking better. See? So you can use that one. So we have Bianca also. So very nice, Miu. Thank you so much. So Bianca has a very nice heart over there as well. Look at that.
Ooh, nice.
I think Bianca. I think Bianca's a barista already. She's just trolling us.
Flexing lang.
Yeah. Very
it's
nice.
my first time making art.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So I see you have vanilla syrup at the back. Is that vanilla syrup?
Yeah, caramel and hazelnut also.
Yeah, so so what you can do is that you can put it in your drink, use the bonsoy and use the soy milk, and that will taste just as good as it looks. That looks very, very pretty. Thank you so much, Bianca. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very nice. Anyone else want to share, before we go to our next one? Or if there's any questions you guys have, is there any, do you guys have any questions regarding the technique? So we can, there's, Janine, did you do something? Let's see,
Actually,
Janine.
I have here the flour.
Okay, so let's check out the flour.
Oh, I can't wait. I'll tilt my. I'm using my
Your
laptop. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, maybe you can take a picture and show us. Oh, okay, you're gonna lift it up. Okay, we appreciate you lifting it up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Looking cool. Looking nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both the flour
Awesome.
and the heart.
And the heart. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I think the thing about latte art, guys, is that it's the techniques in latte art are they're always used to make more compound designs. So for example, if you don't want to do a chasing heart, the hearts that run around, why don't you do stacking hearts? Like you can put one heart at the bottom and a smaller heart on top, and even a smaller heart on top. So those are the things you use the skill to create different designs and patterns. All right. So very, very nice, everyone. Okay. So Mikey, did you have anything for us? I see you looking at your cup. Are you happy with that?
A circle.
A circle.
Yeah, but the circle could also be like the start of other shapes, so you could also start playing around with it.
Exactly. But remember, what's important is that you have to have some of the coffee as the canvas around it. So that will be the background. So you can see what they call contrast, guys. Okay. That's what we call contrast. So what's the next design that we are doing?
So for the next design, it's mostly like applying.
Applying, okay.
But also this time we're also going to pick up the coffee.
All right.
So
So guys, remember.
Yeah, we're going to use, we're going to use the coffee as sort of like an ink or a paint to like draw or write on the foam.
Okay. Okay. So before you pour, Anthony, so we'll see you do the pour. Okay.
Right.
So don't do it yet. So guys, just remember, right, that before a lot of people or a lot of baristas have actually complained that milk alternatives are not good, not because of the taste, it's simply because they are complaining that it doesn't make the designs or make the designs as well. However, you've had companies that have, because they want to be able, because cafes want to be able to serve those who cannot take dairy, then they have these alternatives. Now, so Bonsoy has come up with these kinds of formulations that are great for frothing. All right. You actually have competitions in Australia that they need to use soy milk as the milk for, and they come up with really, really, really great designs, and also almond milk. So this is the product that you have right now is excellent, not only with taste, but it's also good for your health. And for a latte artist, it is just perfect for what you need. All right. So can we go back to Anthony? Let's see Anthony's shot. So Anthony will show us from the moment that he pours the milk, so we guys get to watch it. Okay, so Anthony, please talk us through how you do the pouring with this one. Like, do they need a spoon to hold it back? Because I think some of them are pouring everything into the cup.
Yeah, we since this would require like a thicker foam, so that you would have like a canvas to draw on, we're going to need to hold back some of the foam for a while. It's a little bit tricky using a froth one at home. So yeah.
Awesome. So, okay, so watch how Anthony is going to pour the milk now into the cup. Okay, so he's going to use the spoon just to hold most of the foam back.
But and you see, allowing some of the foam to go through.
There you go. All right. There, you see. So before you put the foam in, Anthony, I'll just explain. So some foam will come out, but you are able to retain the color, okay, of the canvas, Now Anthony will now put the foam. So get the dollop. So he's going to make the cat.
So for the cat, you're just going to start with a circle in the middle. Right. Maybe that is good enough. And then you're going to start from the middle, like from the white part. Then you're going to drag the foam outside. Let this follow.
Okay. Nice. All right.
So this would be like the ears.
So guys, what's important is that before you dip the pen in, you wipe it again so you don't put the residue back into the cup.
Especially
with a clean pen.
Especially with this one where you're interacting with the white layer of foam and then with the darker layer. So you don't want it to parang mahawa.
Yes, that's true.
So what I'm also doing, I'm also playing with how deep I put my pen. So
so the deeper you put it in, it's like the thicker the pen becomes, right? Yeah. Yes. So the longer the deeper you put it into the pen in, you have a thicker amount of coffee foam that you can move around.
Yes. And also, I would have like sort of more of, I treat it like an ink. So as I'm moving around, because like if I move it on the same level, it might not show as much. But the but the foam that I picked up on higher, like here, that's going to show up more
Mm-hmm.
like that. Unless
Nice.
and like if I just keep it level, you should ganun kapita. It's not going to be as obvious.
There you go. So look at that.
So just play around with like the different techniques of moving the foam around.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like to express your creativity.
Yeah, I think you can put whiskers. Why don't you put whiskers on your cat?
Whiskers.
Yeah, there. So it's like someone to put whiskers there. See, they would get the brown.
I would pick it up here, and then as I'm dragging it, I'm like making it like a little deeper.
Yes.
Yung foam dun sa itaas the foam that I picked up here would be sort of like drag.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, guys. Look at that. Very nice, complete with whiskers. So you see, guys, now what? Very nice, Anthony. How about you guys? Who has made their design? Let's try to see your design. Anyone? All right. See, I see Jen. They're all studying. Look at them. Jen, Diana. Look at that. Focused. Yan yung maganda. To focus on it. So you see, guys, what's the thing about latte art, especially the etching tool, is that you have to know the function. So if you want to make the lines thicker, then you sort of have to dip the pen deeper to get more of the, hey, who's this? This is Mio again. Oh, look at that. Very pretty. Now you got your whiskers. You got your whiskers there. Awesome. Thank you, Miu. Thank you for sharing. That looks very, very pretty. Very pretty. All right. So the more you practice, you will know how to put the foam strategically. Hey, Diana. Better. That's better, I think, than the first one that you did. You were able to get more of the foam in the center. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. How about Jen? Yeah. Look. Oh. Woo, look at that. You think you can tip it a bit more? I mean, well, you can tip there. Oh, Anthony, what do you? That is so nice, man. Thank you so much. Yes. You know what? You still can make a lot more designs with that.
Yes.
You know, yeah, right? You can put like, I don't know, more whiskers, I guess. You can
put more details. You could put stripes on the.
Yes, you can put stripes on the head. Exactly.
Yes.
You can do those things.
On the head.
You could also make
very
like.
Nice.
Parang nabubura.
You could also
Right,
make
anyway.
like a different shapes lang. There is like more rounded ears.
Yeah. How about si Kate? Si Kate Auditor. Oh, may kit na siya dun sa profile pic. Have you done it? Kate, can you share what you did? All right. So you see, guys, what Anthony? Oh, hey, this is Bianca.
Nice.
That's pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice. Very nice. And what's nice is that you have a very nice. One of the things that latte art judges check is right, Anthony, diba?
Yes.
Check nila yung contrast. Check nila yung contrast, diba? So very definite siya. Defined siya na may white. Even the whiskers are sharp. You know, it's not blurry or cloudy. So very good, Bianca. Very nice.
Thank you
very
po.
nice. Very great. I think guys, the thing about this design that Anthony did is that you can make by, hey, who's this? Janine. Wow.
Super cute.
Look at that. Super cute. That's very nice, Janine. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. And you know what, the design of the cat is actually a base pattern. So you could make what some do is they make the ears longer and then they can make a rabbit, or they make it rounder, like what Anthony said, they can make a bear, right? And some is that you can make the ears long and maybe go down the side and you can make a dog, something like that. So it's a very basic very basic. You put the center, then you put the ears to characterize it, what animal it is, and then you can draw the face. So very, very good. Very, very good. Great. So what's really amazing, guys, is that it's that if you should drink the coffee as well, guys. You should drink the coffee that you guys are drinking, and you're going to see that how soy milk is actually delicious, especially the one that is barista friendly, meaning it doesn't taste really far off from your dairy, but it tastes really, really close, and it's actually very delicious.
Also,
hey, who's this? Hey, look, Anthony.
Nice.
Diana, very good.
Very good.
Awesome,
good job, good
awesome, awesome. Good job, good job.
Good job. You can also actually like dollop. You can also dollop like pause. Like, could you throw it? No,
yeah. Let's see a picture of Anthony's workstation.
Hi.
There you go. So what are you gonna show us? You show us the pause?
No.
Yeah, maybe you can.
You can. I threw out na kasi the milk, but with the froth, you could put like a dollop here, so that there's like a cat peeking throughout the outside the cup.
Yes.
Yeah, parang ganun.
Yes. So you can position the head maybe somewhere up, and then you put two dollops, and then you can make like the paws. Yeah, you can like make the paws of the cat or of the dog. Yung nakaganon siya. Okay, so and you see, guys, for you to make those little dollops, you use the back of the etching pen, right? Anthony used the back, right?
Yes.
Because the back of the etching pen is flat. It's like a small spoon. So for you to make smaller dollops, you use the back of the etching pen. That will act as the small scooper that you're going to put onto your canvas. Nice, very great. Well, does anyone else want to show us more?
Well, I would also like to add
to
your statements, Kenya, since what's good with the soy milk from Bonsoy is that it has a more neutral taste, so it doesn't compete with the flavors of the coffee. So it actually complements it really well. So yun lang din. I've actually have experience working with these in the coffee shop where I used to work before. And yeah.
That's really great. Alam mo, di ba Anthony, yung hindi pwede yung mga galing sa convenience store na mga soy milk, no?
Kasi it competes with the taste of the coffee, and when you heat it, parang mas nakaluluto siya. So medyo parang mas nagalasang sunog.
Exactly.
Especially like the almond milk, parang holds heat better. So yun.
Exactly. And I think what's also nice is that the designs will still remain intact.
Yes.
After you pour the design, it'll stay there, no? So, okay, so before we go to the next design, I think one thing that I want to know is that how's the taste of your coffee, guys? Are you taking a sip? Can you let me know? Janine, how's the taste of your coffee? I think this is the only part that you don't want to do because you're going to destroy your designs, but it's okay. How's it? Mikey, how's the taste?
I'm surprised that it's good because I usually don't order soy.
Oh, interesting. And the coffee, you can taste the coffee as well.
Yeah.
Right. Janine, look at Janine. Janine has a very nice picture. Oh, tinanggal na. Ayan, there. Oh, she drew. Oh.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
Diba? Super cute.
Naglagay lang ako ng pause. Wala lang.
Oo.
Pero parang mad cat siya, no? Parang ganun siya, no?
Lines.
Yes.
Siya yung happy. Hindi siya yung happy. Ganun siya. Very nice. Very nice. Let's look at the others, no? Before we move on. Let's see. Si J. Marie yata, walang ginagawa. Do you have any art for us?
Meron po yung pinakauna.
Okay.
Tapos pinicturean ko lang.
That one. Let me see it. Nice. Okay, great.
So, taste ko na rin yung coffee and milk agad after it.
Great. Jen, how about you? Did you improve that cat, Jen Tan? Can we see that? Did you add a new design? Did you fix it? Did you add something to it? Did you add a pause to it?
Just the stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. See, now your cat has more character. That's a very nice one. Can you hold it up? Yeah, we'll take a picture of that. That's very nice. Awesome.
Thank
Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you. Great. So you see, yeah, it's really fun. So remember, guys, that when you do latte art, don't be afraid to use the tool. um, Etching is very it's not simply scribbling. You have to, like what I was telling you a while ago, is that remember, if you want to make thinner lines, you use more of the point. If you want to use thicker lines, you have to dip the pen deeper into the ink or the milk or the cream. And then if you want to use put small dollops of foam, then you use the back of the spoon. Very, very important. All right. So, Anthony, what's the next thing that we are going to be doing?
I'm actually scared for the for the next one. So it's going to be like the discussion for the free pouring.
Mm-hmm.
So before, we usually, kasi when I teach free pouring for the students, I usually make them practice with water first. So I have a
Okay.
different pitcher, and I fill it up with water lang. Because for free pouring, it's a little bit different than with etching. Kasi with etching, you have an opportunity to correct your mistakes, to adjust. However, with free pouring, it requires basically your muscle memory. So it's at least for you to practice and for you to also not waste milk then there. So usually, so I'll discuss it na lang then. So
Mm-hmm.
the key movements is with you're going to need to control the flow of the liquid or the flow of your milk. So if you notice, uh, the first motion or the first movement is like the fast slow. So when you say fast, you're pouring the flow is a little bit thicker,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're pouring slower, it's thinner. But make sure that the flow doesn't like stop, so it doesn't drips. So there. Later I'll show you why that is important. Actually, this is parang a medyo boring part of the latte art workshops for free pouring, but it's actually the more or needed. So watch lang muna with how I play with water. So again, control the flow by pouring it fast and then slower and then fast, slower, fast, slow. Because pouring latte art is a combination of these movements. All right? So you can just, pag bored kayo, sa sink lang kayo, tapos pour lang kayo ng water. Like kapag wala kaming masyadong tao sa cafe, that's what we usually do. The next movement is left, right. So making sure that the flow of the water doesn't stop or hindi siya makakat. And also, take note lang din of how your comfort, parang kung gaano ka kayo comfortable holding the milk pitcher. Different people have different ways of holding it. I'm actually parang considered weird. So I hold it like this. Some people hold it like this. Some people
Mm-hmm.
hold it like this. So parang take note lang din of what feels comfortable for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done the fast, slow, the left, right, and then the last one, I guess, for this discussion is the up and down. So So those are the three basic movements that you would need to practice when you are uh, trying to develop the muscle memory for free pour, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so for the latte art, before I do it actually on coffee, I would, before I do it on coffee, so I would show lang the movement for the heart, although kahit water lang siya. So, medyo imagine lang tayo. So, uh, imagine that this liquid is already the espresso shot. So, we usually tilt the glass or the mug before we pour, and we pour it, making sure that the flow of the water falls to the deep part of the liquid here. So para ma-raise yung crema without actually breaking it. And then we sometimes swirl it around. And then when you're ready to make the art, uh, the surface of the liquid that's on the glass should, when you pour it closer to the tip of your pitcher, dun mag-draw, dun lalabas yung white. So pag medyo malapit siya. And if you want it to not show, you're going to raise the milk pitcher and then cut it. So basically the movement would be, hello, nandun pa ba kayo?
Yeah. They're focused, man.
Tahimik nila. Ayan. Tapos, so, medyo in the center of the liquid. Kita ba? Like here.
Yeah.
Center of the liquid. Pour it closer to the surface of that's in the cup. And this time, you're going to pour it fast so that the foam would push out. Okay? And then
Now, one thing that Anthony is showing, guys, is that what's very important when you're when you're going to do a free pour, is that like if you look at Anthony's video on his feed, is that naka-tilt yung baso or yung cup, because when you start to bring out the foam that's inside, you have to get the spout as close as you can to the crema or the top of the coffee. Kaya dapat kaya you have to tip the cup to get the spout closer. You cannot do latte art well kung nakataas siya. So you tip it, then you can bring the spout closer to the top of the coffee for the foam to flow out, to push out, not to drop down. Okay, that's different. It has to flow out onto the surface.
because
Right?
if it drops down from like a higher angle, it's actually pushing the foam down. So if there's like the white layer or white line or white foam already on the surface, if you pour it like from a higher angle, it's also going to push down that liquid, that foam. So hindi na siya makikita.
Mhm.
And when we
Exactly.
so that's usually what we do towards the end when we're going to, so let's say you have a circle here already, you're going to raise the pitcher and then push it forward para mag-cut siya, and that would form a shape of a heart there. Okay,
Awesome. All
do
right.
you have
All right.
questions for that?
Yeah, so any questions? So this is so if you see the picture, yeah, we're gonna make this heart. And this heart, remember, is done not by etching, but it's going to be done by free pour. Okay, it's using what they call it, they call it like the convection of how the milk spins or falls out into the pitcher, and then creating this design. All right, because I think one of the things that when you learn how to make latte art is that when you pour the milk, when you pour the milk in, the liquid goes in and then it swirls out. Maganon siya. So that forms part of the heart. Okay, and then you learn how to cut to make the point of the heart. All right, so yeah, so let's give it a try. So let's watch John first. Okay, let's watch John first. And if you can make a heart, John will give you a prize. Di ba, John? Magdodonate ka ng prize.
Ngayon ba demo ba?
Sorry, Anthony. Di ba?
Ako ba? Ako? Okay.
Oh, sorry, John. Bakit sinabi ni John? Ikaw sinabi.
Sino si John?
Hindi ko alam. Kaya nga, bakit John yung pangalan sinabi ko?
Sabi ko, may ano ba? So yun.
Alright. Okay. Oldie na. Sorry, man. All right, go. So let's watch how Anthony will do this. So he's going to show you the pour from a certain level just to bring out the milk. And then he's going to bring it closer and he's going to release the foam and create the heart.
So for this, I'm using my pitcher that I'm a bit more familiar with. Para to give me more chances of actually.
Yung hardcore barista dito yata, Anthony, si Janine, no? Laki ng picture niya. Ready na yun, no? Oy, nag-milk splitting na siya.
Alright. Sorry for a while.
Mm-hmm. There, and Mikey's making her coffee on the flare. Are you making your coffee on the flare?
Just an espresso.
All right.
So sometimes I swirl it around to make sure that the foam is actually moving. So when I pour it, so the motion before some baristas, if you see baristas, they tap it, but make sure that you also swirl it around before you pour it, because after tapping it, some of the foam and the liquid would split. So there.
There you go. Okay, watch, he's there. You see, when he's doing that, that's only the milk that's coming out, milk and foam. And then he tilts it over to bring the foam out. Yeah, kita, I think. Wait. All right.
I could try again.
So try another one. And then we'll split it into two, what do you call this? Two steps, okay? So the first step you could see is when he's pouring. Just remember, guys, so when you pour the milk out, it doesn't mean that it's zero foam. There's going to be a little foam coming out, but that's what you want. But you just want to have more milk that's going to come out to mix it with the coffee. So when you pour it, what Anthony does is that he mixes it, he moves it around because he wants to mix the coffee with the milk. So you have an even color for your canvas. And then he's going to bring the pitcher down. He's going to bring the pitcher down and release the foam on top to create the first part of a heart, and he's going to cut it at the end. So he's going to do it again. Okay, let's see this one this time.
What?
Yeah, so let's go. So Anthony's doing it again. Maybe Janine already did one. Can we see Janine? Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
so hardcore with your big pitcher.
It's a fail, actually. I forgot to tilt it much.
Yeah. You have to remember. Yeah, so let's remember, guys, with latte art, importante talaga i-tilt ninyo yung cup. You want to bring the coffee near the tip. So when you bring the pitcher down, it's going to go closer to the crema. So the foam doesn't just plop out. No, it won't plop out. There, okay. So we're going to do it again. Like that.
Sorry.
Very good. Then he puts it up and then he cuts. So
Yeah, sorry,
guys,
medyo thick yung nasobrahan ako sa pag-froth. So also
Yeah.
take note of that kasi sometimes you might froth it a little too thick. Sorry.
Yeah. So the idea there is we make sure that that's the thing about latte art, guys. When you start foaming, there is you make thicker foam. If you're going to, a lot of people would probably make a lot more foam when they're going to do etching because they need more foam to be able to act as their ink or for their dollops. Okay, and then for free pour, if there's too much foam, then the design will not be as clear. So you're going to have to check how much how much foam you are going to create. So basically, the more air, so for example, when you're using the frother, when you're introducing air, you can see part of the whisk. It's still, it's incorporating air into the milk. When you feel that you have enough milk or enough foam or air into your foam, you simply put the frother deeper, so it stops introducing air into the milk. So it's only incorporating it, okay? So incorporate by, you see the whisk, you can make more foam by mixing it. Then when you're near the end, maybe you don't want to add more foam, you just put it in deeper, just for it to incorporate, but not to add air into your foam. That's basically why foam becomes too much or too little. It's how much air you're going to put in to that milk. So remember, guys, that free pour is it's a technical skill, and it needs practice. All right. Yes. So just keep in mind the tips that Anthony has given you, so you can practice it at home. All right. So is free pour? I think is free pour better than etching? For some, in a way, etching gives creativity because you can create more intricate designs. But free pour also has its own merits because you don't use any etching tool, and you can create also intricate designs. But to let you guys know, the World Latte Art Championships incorporate both. Okay, that the barista has to make designs using free pour and both etching designs. So they are both important skills when you want to become a good latte artist. All right, so let's look at Anthony. Close attention to Anthony. So he's mixing it, and there, he's gonna put the small heart in the center. There you go, all right? Putting the heart in the center. And if you can practice, you can make the heart bigger. Okay, and by making the heart bigger is that you ginawa ni Anthony is that his target was a small heart. So he brought the coffee level higher, and then he puts the heart in the center, small lang. But if you were to make a bigger heart, is that you make the volume of the coffee halfway, and then you start pushing the foam out, so there's more time before the mug overflows for you to put more foam out to make a bigger heart, no? Yes. Yeah, so Jen, I think you're ready. I can see that you're ready. Let's look at all of you guys. Yeah, let's go, Jen. We can see you.
Let's go.
Zoom natin, Zoom.
Wag.
We will put you on, we will pin you now on speaker view. Don't be afraid. There you go. Tip it a bit more.
Ay, hindi siya heart. It's not a heart.
What happened? Show us. You're getting there. No problem. But
yeah.
You know what? The technique that you had was good. Okay? That you have foam pa there, di ba? You have foam in your pitcher?
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, you can try pouring out, and then you can try making an etching design na lang. From the foam. You can use the foam. Your canvas is good.
How do I make the inner corner of the heart?
Anthony.
Okay. The cut. So for that part, sorry, I'll just rinse my picture. So for that part, when you pour it, like when you're already pouring it and you're already forming the shape, you need to push it, lift the pitcher so that the liquid is pouring towards the part yung tip, yung lob, yung ganun.
No.
So, pag binuhos niyo yung tubig on that part, that's what's going to form that shape. And then you need to actually push it forward so that it's going to make that tail portion of the heart. Right? Clear ba? Drawing ko ba?
Yeah, because remember the thing that you have to know about latte art is the stream of the milk that comes out, right? So the higher you hold your pitcher, the thinner the stream becomes. And if you notice, the last part of latte art when they do the cut is that they lift the pitcher higher, so the stream becomes thinner, and that's what they use to cut. So it's used as part of the art to do. It's like you're running the top portion down of the art pen, but you're using the thin stream from the pitcher that you push it down. Right? Can we see? Can we see? Can we see, guys?
Anybody want to try?
Yeah.
So don't
Anyone
be
to
nervous.
try? Let's see. Yeah.
It's hard to.
And actually, guys, no, we can actually the floor is open for questions, no? So you just simply unmute your mic, and ask us any. You can ask Anthony any questions regarding the designs, and we will answer it as well as we can. All right. So the floor is open. Anything you guys want to ask, even if it's about the coffee, about the latte art, about the milk, go ahead. Please ask. Everyone's focused on making their hearts. How about you, Diana? Did you make how's your design coming along?
It's not good yet. So I have
Okay. Yes, it's practice.
It's like for the milk. Like how do you know when you stop frothing it? Because I feel like mine's too thick.
It's too thick. It's experience. It's really expensive, Anthony.
Yes.
You have to check it. Yeah.
It also would ano ba? Based from frothing lang din, you would know. Kasi it would be hard to parang mas you would be familiar with how much foam is already incorporated. And also, okay, naalala ko lang, sorry. When you like swirl, when you swirl it, you could also see already milk. When you're swirling the froth milk, you could actually see how much you've frothed. And you, based from that swirling, you could tell if you froth a little too much, or if you could. Actually, sometimes I pour a little bit just to remove some of the foam.
So it's not too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why what Anthony also mentioned is that you have to swirl it, because if you leave it alone, your milk separates, the liquid separates from the foam on top. So you swirl it right before you do the pours. You swirl it to make sure that it's incorporated. You don't leave it too long and then you come back and you pour, because it will already be separated. You'll have more foam on top and liquid at the bottom. So you sort of have to time it.
Like this is an example of like I frothed it a little bit too thick. So when I swirl it like around, like some of the, you could, yeah. Ideally, the texture that you're looking for is a little bit silkier. Hindi siya ganun kakapal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost not moving. I'm not sure if you can see. It's almost not moving. Like that.
So
Thank
it will also, yeah, it will also depend on what is the purpose of your, of how much you want the foam. If you really want to have like a classic cappuccino that's more foam, then you make your foam thicker. But thicker foam does not necessarily mean that you'll be able to make really good designs or what they call detailed designs. Okay, it's because you want, but there it's more of a taste aspect that you're looking for, that you want to have more creaminess with the foam. So you can make more foam if you want to have a more foamy drink to give you the perception of creaminess in the mouth. So that's what you can use. I hope we answered your question, Diana. All right, great. Do we have any other questions, guys? The floor is open.
Hello, I have a question. Is it
Yes.
okay if we add some syrups from in the milk while frothing it, something like that?
Well, honestly,
Well,
for me it's okay. For me it's okay. This is just the way about find out how, because I know that if you put some sugar and you try to incorporate, you froth it, it does help somewhat, no. But what you need to understand is that you're adding more liquid into the milk. Okay, you're adding more liquid into the milk, so the milk might not froth as well as it should. But always give it a try. Try with maybe half an ounce. Okay, and this is also something you can do. You try it. In mixing coffee flavors, okay, if you put espresso, let's say you use the B coffee syrup, mix it, and then you pour the milk and you taste it, and then you try it the other way around. As the B coffee, you froth the syrup with the milk, pour it, and you taste it. You're going to get two different flavor experiences because of the process of you assembling the drink. It's going to make it different. So find out which will taste a lot better for you. Okay,
Also,
so that's what yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you add something to the milk before you froth it or during the frothing process, it changes like the consistency of milk and it behave a little bit differently. But it would be up to you lang then, like for if you ginawa mo siya once, tapos you liked it, and then see lang then how it behaves as you make it for the next time. Pero yeah, so parang it's also like getting to know lang then how your preferred method of preparing coffee is parang mas okay para sa'yo.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? The thing is, it's really finding which will taste better. So try it mixing with the coffee directly or mixing it with the milk. There are some baristas or some operations that do it either or because it brings out a different flavor in their coffee. Like you have some people who would put, when they make their mocha, they would put the chocolate in the milk. So they they froth a chocolate milk and then they'll put it on the espresso, and it's different from the espresso chocolate and then milk. So you give it a try.
It depends
so I
on.
hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. To add lang then.
Yep. Go
it
last.
depends. It depends on like the flavors that you want to highlight, like melting like chocolate powder on the espresso, like hot espresso, would sort of like it would give it a more espresso forward, or if you want to for it a little bit more chocolatey, you could add the ganache to the milk. We actually have a video series of that, like the build series for it's on our Instagram and on our TikTok. So please also do check it out. So we for the basic drinks like for latte, cappuccino, americano, and mocha, like building it differently. We have videos of that on our socials, so please check it out.
Okay, great. Anthony, we have another question. How do you make the foam last longer?
Okay.
This is from you.
That's a little bit tricky because even like in a cafe setup, preparing the latte or preparing the milk, there's speed involved. because when you're texturizing the milk and you're frothing it, you're incorporating air, and that air would want to go out. So masisira din talaga sa mga latte art. Different milk behave different. Nagbe-behave siya differently based sa milk na gamit mo and sa pag-froth mo. Like, for example, this still has like micro foam, like medyo okay pa siya compared to like some of my or kanina na medyo bubbly na. Kasi I feel like when I poured it, I incorporated too much. The air is still a little too, still a little bit big. Like, for example, this guy, it's still sort of like there. So it depends. Parang you should also practice and take note on when you're frothing. Like, as much as possible, try to achieve that silky consistency. Like parang white paint, parang ganun yung consistency.
So I think also is that, well, hopefully you don't want to keep it long until the coffee gets cold, no? Right? Then you want to drink. But then the thing is that if you also have to check the milk you're using, how you incorporated the foam, and then you'll get to understand. You'll build that sort of instinct of knowing how long it's going to last, and it's a topic that you can be a whole separate thing, because even the coffee affects how long the milk will actually stay afloat on the surface. If it's too acidic, if it's too dark, there are lots of things that go about it. No? So Anthony, here's another question for you. Hi, this is from Patricia. No? What can you use instead of a milk frother for your milk?
For texturizing the milk, you could also use if you have like a French press, that would also work. You could also use, we've listed some things on the Be Your Own Barista Today website, like and how to froth without, like different methods of frothing. Some uses like a jar and then shaking it. Basically, the idea is to create texture lang. However, it would be different, or it would be differently when you're using like a frother, or when the milk is steamed using a steam one. So yun nandun. Pero it's possible to, I've seen it done na. It's possible to like create like a latte art with froth milk using a French press. So
So I mean, it's really incorporating air into the milk, and but of course it will be that some will have better textures than others. Okay, so French press is actually okay.
I'll try to grab my French press to demo lang.
All right, so while he's getting the French press, let's have one more question. Does anyone else have a question? Does anyone want to donate a prize? No, I'm just kidding. So Jenny, ano ba? You have a new design?
So if there's milk here, you're just going to sort of like pump it until it depends on like how big your foam, how big is the foam that you want. So
yes. So the longer you run it through, no, it will depend on how much foam you want.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Put the milk inside and start using the French press. You can actually make great latte art. Latte artists all have their demonstrations using that. All right. Okay. So, did you guys have fun today, this afternoon? Yeah. Guys,
yes.
Yes. I'm really glad that all of you joined us today. And of course, we'd like to thank, of course, the organizer of the event, which is Coffee PHL, your digital marketplace, over 50 coffee brands to choose from, and also coffee beers that you can find. And what's also amazing is that everything that was used today is available on this website, Coffee PHL. All right, and and I think what the reason Coffee PHL exists is so that we don't ever run out of coffee. And when you do need the coffee, they can do same day delivery. All right, so that's something that's great. And I think what we have is and of course we'd like to thank our coffee sponsor, B Coffee, and of course the milk, which is from Bonsoy. And also, there's some special bundles that I'd like to share with you guys. And this is, of course, a limited offer until June 5 only. And it is available on the coffeephl.com website. You'll have what we call our barista starter kit, which is right there. What you can see, it is only for $3,959, and it is inclusive. You have the B Coffee freshman machine. You have a choice of your Bonsoy almond or soy milk. You have 3 B Coffee pack, 10 pack coffee capsules, and a Kinto porcelain stacking mug. Okay, and Kinto is known to be a very, very good coffee paraphernalia creator. All right, and perfect for those machines, but you need more ingredients. At $12.99 is you have 1 Bonsoy almond and soy milk, B Coffee 10-pack capsules of all the variants, and a free B Coffee double wall mug. So those are the bundles that you can avail of. So simply go on to the coffeephl.com website and check it out. And you know what? These coffees are really, really amazing. I wish we had this when I started a long, long time ago. And what's really great about this, guys, is that it's really, become your own barista, be your own barista, and to be able to bring that cafe experience home for you and for your family. So we hope to see you guys become great latte artists and at the same way serve great coffee. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank
Anthony,
you.
any parting words?
Yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you were able to pick up some things that you could do to practice. I actually feel like I also need to practice a bit because I'm also not as well equipped using this. And I'm actually also lactose intolerant, so I don't usually drink milk at home. But now at least I have more milk to use and to practice my latte art with. So there, hope you share and tag us if ever man you sort of like develop your latte art skills. Hope you could post it online, tag us. So we would also love to see them. Right.
Yeah, and I think one more thing, guys. Can we turn on our cameras? Let's have a group photo.
Yes, I was just gonna say, can we have a group photo, please? Flash your biggest smiles.
Yes.
Raul, you take one.
Right.
I'll take one too.
I'll take one too. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. All right. So, all right. 1. All right, everyone, smile. 1, 2, 3. All right, Jerry, did you take one?
Okay, I'm gonna ask Sharina, Franklin, Willeen, and Hurl to kindly switch on your video.
Yeah,
okay.
let's have one more. Oh yeah, they're not. Let's have. Oh, there, Janine is showing off her art. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, ready? 1, 2, big smiles. All right, thank you guys.
All right, thank you so much, guys, and stay tuned. For any more events that we might have. And take care, and please stay safe, everyone. Hope everyone gets vaccinated soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Hi, Raul.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.